We can't just put confidence on top like a jacket. We need to uncover the unconscious conditioning that is stopping us from feeling like we can speak our truth in the world and share our gifts in the world. Hello, and welcome to Your Free Voice with me, your host, Julia Norton. This podcast is for people who use their voice professionally or for fun, and they want to understand how it works a bit better, or to get over old stories that might be holding them back. Whatever level you're playing at right now, my goal is to bring you lots of actionable stuff, from the technical to the creative to the deeply woo, to help you free your voice. Episode 43. I can't actually believe it's been over a month since I got here and recorded you an episode, but I tell you, a lot of things happened in the last month. We took a little vacation because everybody was exhausted and we didn't really get one this summer, and I took a break from social media, which was lovely, and then came home and went straight to a visit at my in-laws' house, and my dog, who has a seizure condition, started having seizures there, and then she had 2 seizures every day for 3 or 4 days, and by the time she kind of came round, she wasn't really herself anymore. At the same time, my husband got laid off, and we had a big election, and we had to put the dog down. So there's been stuff going on, honestly, and I have been hunkering down and watching the rain outside the window and crying into my soup and generally having a bit of a time of it. But I'm okay because, there's a lot of love in the world. Despite all the evidence to the contrary, there's a lot of love in the world. And so I suppose that's where I'm coming to you from today. In the US, we're like 2 days before Thanksgiving, 3 days before. What's today? It's Tuesday and Thanksgiving is on Thursday. And I'm just in the middle of baking a cranberry curd tart, which is absolutely delicious. It has a nut crust, and it is gluten-free, and it can be vegan if you have guests that need that too. So I'm actually going to put the link to my cranberry curd tart in the show notes. I got it from the New York Times Cooking, and it's really, really delicious and quite easy to make. But I'm going to talk a little bit about gratitude, because that's what we talk about in the States when we're coming up on Thanksgiving. And there's a couple of things I want to share. One is I'm on this Substack by Dan Harris, and he was referencing somebody he'd had on his podcast called Robin Wall Kimmerer, and she suggests a gratitude inventory. And the lovely thing about this is it aligned so deeply with my grieving over the last few weeks, not only for my dog, but for the state of the world and just general suffering and everything else. I also have a couple of very close friends who've just lost their parents, and it's just a lot. There's a lot. And the thing that was really helping me was seeing if I could get outside just for 5 minutes with a cup of tea and noticing the birds, noticing the leaves changing, noticing the moisture in the air, which is always very welcome here in California. And that would just make me feel connected to the earth and feel just a little bit better by just realizing I'm just one little speck in the midst of all the things that make the world what it is. Anyway, going back to Robin's gratitude practice, she says that every day, either step outside if you can, or look out of the window and just take in your surroundings. Just notice maybe leaves on a tree or a bird by the window or, a stormy cloud system or whatever it is, you can just notice. And then send gratitude to each thing, to each creature, to each leaf. And then really just understand how much you yourself are part of nature. So I would add, send gratitude to yourself as well in that moment, to your lungs, to your voice, to your flexible body, to your body that's working on getting more flexible. Just have a little moment. And honestly, it doesn't have to take very long, and it can feel quite forced to start with, but very quickly it feels like an essential part of the day. So I would suggest that. So take in your surroundings, send gratitude to the things in nature around you, and then some for yourself, of the parts of your body and for your wonderful voice, for helping you share your gift with the world, your love with the world, comfort and empathy with the world. Okay. So Robin Wall Kimmerer has also just released a book called Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants. I know that's on my reading list for the holiday period, so I'll put a link to that in the show notes as well. It sounds fantastic. Okay, so I'll stop umming because I do have to make this tart, and I'll get on with my second bit of gratitude practice. This is a daily one that I've been doing for about 6 months, and I tie it in with a visualization called the wall visualization. I'll put that visualization link at the end of the podcast as well, so you can go and grab it. Or you can go to yourfreevoice.com/resources and you'll find it there. You take this visualization where you go in a place in nature and then you come up against this wall, which is the obstacle stopping you from getting to your desired outcome. And then you see yourself through a chink in the wall on the other side of the wall. And you're living your dream life. All the things have come true and blah, blah, blah. So it's super powerful, and I work with visualizations a lot with people as they're trying to uncover a free and confident voice, because we can't just put confidence on top like a jacket. We need to uncover the unconscious conditioning that is stopping us from feeling like we can speak our truth in the world and share our gifts in the world. So that's the big deal right there. But using this visualization, you see yourself on the other side of the wall, engaging with your voice in a way that is your dream voice, right? Maybe it's stronger, more flexible. Maybe you're giving speeches. Maybe you're booking voiceover work or whatever it is. Then what you do is you write down a list of all the things that you accomplished on the other side of the wall, all the dreams that came true. And then every day in your journal, and I do love to have a journal next to the bed in the morning, write in your journal all the things as if they had happened already. I'm so grateful for my confident speaking voice. I'm so grateful that I can sing freely in public without fear. I'm so grateful that I can communicate my message to the people that need to hear it. I'm so grateful I can speak up without fear. Whatever the thing is for you, write it down. And then once you've written it down, you walk around your bedroom or your house or wherever you are and you read those out loud with conviction. You can even sing them for extra brownie points, because I think that works on an even deeper level when you sing your gratitudes. And the important thing is you're being grateful in advance for things that you really want to bring into existence. You're already being grateful for them, and that sends a message to the brain that they've already happened. So you start to loosen the resistance, which is the wall in the first place, right? I think I may be rambling just a teensy bit, but there's a couple of ways for you to get into gratitude practice. One final thought, though, today, because this is a quickie and I do need to make my tart. Can you find in your heart gratitude for the relatives or the people or the friends that you're going to spend Thanksgiving with, that you might be kind of dreading that conversation or the thing that comes up. You know, when you feel yourself bristling in advance. See if you can think of that person and think of them as their soul self, not all their ego trappings and the persona stuff that's dumped on top, but as another human in the universe who wants to be loved, who may be afraid, who needs to be fed, who needs community. And just try and find a bit more compassion for them. And the idea is that if we can be grateful for something that they have shown us, even if it's how to take care of our boundaries so that we don't get so knocked around by people's comments, just having a bit more compassion actually really helps you too. It helps your nervous system stay regulated and calmer. You can speak your truth and not stand for bullies while also having a kind heart and a whole bunch of empathy. So this is what happens when as I usually do, I do podcast episodes without any notes. This is what you're getting. But I'll put some notes in the show notes. Go to yourfreevoice.com/resources for that wall visualization. I'll also put it in the show notes. And then do the visualization and try the gratitude practice daily after that. Okay, my lovelies. Keep warm, keep dry, and sending loads of love. Okay, bye. See you next time.